What's up? This is Brittany. I am here to talk to you all things fitness and marketing and everything in between. By day, I am a full-time fitness expert. I teach fitness classes at one of the top studios here in Dallas, Texas. And during my off time when I'm not teaching classes, I do digital marketing and social media management for small businesses and trying to reach their target audience and help them grow. So I'm here to talk to you about both of those topics and everything in between. There is no limit here. This is for you from me. Guys, this is my first podcast ever and I'm super excited to do it. It's something I've been thinking about, honestly, for about 2 years. A year ago, I bought my little snowball mic that I'm using right now and I had everything ready to go to do a podcast. I just never actually pulled the trigger and did it. And I think back and I'm like, why has it taken me so long just to sit down in front of my computer and start recording? For you today, for my first podcast, I'm going to talk a little bit about strategies to help to stick to your goals. So for me, I've had this goal to start a podcast as well as other goals throughout my past few years, whether they've been fitness related, business related. And I just want to kind of break it down that no matter what your goal is, I know that every person listening to this right now probably has some goal in mind that they want to achieve. And for whatever reason, it gets put off. And I don't know why we do that. We prioritize things in such a backwards way sometimes where we put needs and like the basic, like, well, this is what I'm supposed to do in front of our true wants and desires. So guys, I'm going to break down for y'all 10 different strategies for sticking to your goals. So if you don't already, grab a pen or paper, or if you're sitting at your computer, open up the notes tab and take a few notes here because these 10 strategies are going to help you to reach that big goal you've been thinking of. Number 1, visualize yourself achieving it. Yes, I get it. Big goals can be super, super overwhelming to think about, especially if they require a huge lifestyle change or a lot of time to go into it. So this is a very, very scary feeling, but the plus side to this is imagine how you'll feel whenever you actually change something, whenever you actually set these goals and you feel different and you've achieved it. Whenever you achieve these goals, you're going to find yourself just feeling on top of the world. So this is what you remember anytime you lose motivation or you're feeling that lack of, oh, do I really want this? Visualize how accomplished you'll feel once you establish these goals and you go get it. Number 2, weigh the now against the later. Look, guys, I get it. I've been there. It's so easy to hit snooze in the morning and miss that early morning workout. Or it's easy to go through the drive-through versus go home and eat the meals that you've prepped that are sitting in your fridge. I get it, guys. We've all been there. Everyone is human. Like, we get how this works. Whenever you're relying on willpower on what to do or what not to do for something, consider the long-term happiness. This kind of goes back into number 1, visualizing yourself achieving it and how proud you'll be if tomorrow you can say, you know what? I didn't have that extra bowl of ice cream last night, or I did get up and I went and got my workout. Imagine how that's going to feel and use that as your motivation. All right, guys. Number 3 is to create accountability. Talk to a friend, talk to a coworker, talk to somebody you look up to, or talk to somebody who is where you want to be. Whoever it is in your life for you, talk to that person and express your goals to them and how badly you want it. Because whenever you speak this out into a universe and when you create somebody that's going to essentially hold you accountable, it's going to help you feel like you have to do this because someone's relying on you. And other tips you can do with this person too is talk about a deadline and report back to them. Let them know, hey, remember how I told you that this week I was going to get out and run 3 miles? I did it. And that's going to make you feel so proud about yourself as well as your counterpart that you're talking to. Whatever it is to you, whoever that person is, find an accountability partner. Maybe you're pushing each other, or maybe it's just somebody you report to, but having somebody that's holding you accountable is huge in the process of reaching your goals. Moving up to number 4, make your goal smaller. Now, I'm not saying you have this big, huge goal of you want to be a billionaire one day and you need to look at that and be like, oh, okay, you know what, maybe I want to be a 500,000 a day or whatever that may be. That's not what I mean. Don't make your goal smaller, but make smaller goals in the journey to reaching that big goal. So maybe it's a fitness goal and you're thinking, wow, I want to lose 40 pounds by June this year. That's a big, broad goal. So instead of that, break down those 40 pounds into the weeks you have to meeting that goal and focus on that. Okay, I want to lose 1 pound to 2 pounds a week. It's going to be a lot more scalable, and it's going to be a lot more motivating when you're going to week and you're finding yourself hitting these little baby goals that are getting you to that big goal. So turn those big goals into smaller ones that can be achieved much quicker. Not only is this going to help you stay motivated, but it's also going to make you feel just accomplished on a weekly basis versus you only feel accomplished once you reach that big goal in the long run. All right, guys. And number 5 is give yourself a day off. I know this might seem counterintuitive whenever you first hear it. If you're in working every single day, pushing yourself to meet your goal, you might make yourself feel burned out, especially if your goal is something difficult and it's something that you have to fail over and over again, which newsflash, most people before they reach a big goal fail hundreds, if not more times. So get used to that feeling because you're going to fail, but don't let yourself burn out on it. Give yourself a day away to have rest and relaxation and recover a little bit mentally before you go back and try to get it again. It's okay to reward yourself for putting in some really, really hard work. Even in your mind, you haven't completely reached that goal yet. And number 6, take your brain out of it. So we've all heard the logo from Nike, just do it. And sometimes that's easier said than done. But there's so many positive and little things you can do every single day that you don't even have to think about. Whether that's just choosing a smoothie over a milkshake or taking the stairs versus the elevator. Little bitty things that you can make a lifestyle that are helping you reach your goal. You don't have to think of it as a task every single day. Just make it part of your lifestyle. And rather than considering your goal something extra that you have to do in your day, just make it an integral part of your lifestyle by completely non-optionally adding it into your schedule. Think about this. If you do something daily, it'll become a habit far more quickly than if you do it just a few times a week. Number 7, surround yourself with success. Guys, this is something that I wholeheartedly believe. My friends that I surround myself, my peers, the people that I look up to, I've said this 100 times. I always try to surround myself with somebody more experienced than me or smarter than me. Whatever it is, I want somebody that I am going to be able to gain knowledge from. And I think this is really important. The company you keep can have a huge impact on how you feel and how you spend your time. You want to accomplish something? Surround yourself with people who are go-getters and going to reach their own goals in their own life. Use their achievements as your motivation and let the positive vibes just surround yourself and use that as motivation to fuel yourself to reach your goals too. Number 8, look back. So there's so many quotes saying, don't ever look back, you're moving forward. And I get that. In a lot of ways, that is super applicable, but it's really easy to get lost in just the focus of a major project or major goal. Be sure to take some time whenever you're feeling down to actually look back at the progress that you've made. Try journaling in a book or snapping pictures. This will help in so many ways, especially if your goals are fitness. Sometimes it might be hard to just sit on the scale and say, okay, have I actually really achieved my goal weight yet? Maybe you haven't lost much weight at all. And that's why that's not always a great tool for you to use. If you take a picture every single week from the time you started your goal, I guarantee you, if you've been putting in the work and you go back and you compare picture number 1 to where you're at right now, you're going to see a difference. So find that way that you can track your goals, and you'll be grateful when you can look back and recall exactly how you looked or felt versus now. Step number 9, prep for success. Your brains can essentially run out of patience or self-control. It's natural. We're all human. Making it important to eliminate opportunities for slip up is a huge thing that I've learned you need to do. So instead of just trusting future you to do the right thing and make the right decisions in the moment, try prepping for your future self. Whether that's meal prepping, whether that's scheduling your workout classes Sunday the week before, or just getting everything in line. Go into your week with a plan. Don't just say, okay, it's Tuesday, I hope I'm going to get up and work out and eat healthy. No, set yourself up to do that. For example, whenever you're planning your workouts or meals for the week on Sunday afternoon, you're less likely to slip up during the day. You're less likely to go through that Taco Bell drive-thru. You're less likely to skip your workout class because your name's already on the roster. You already know that you have your plans prepped for you at home, and you are going to be more likely to stay in line with those plans that you made to help reach your goals. And final step for my strategies here today, guys, step number 10, know that you can do it. Self-control can be depleting sometimes. Researchers have actually found that the effect can be counteracted by simply believing that you have the self-control to accomplish your goals. Whenever you feel you can't say no to those brownies or that extra bowl of ice cream or that Taco Bell, whatever it is for you, remember, if you think you can, you can. And this isn't just a one-time thought that you have to tell yourself. You have to remind yourself every single day, I can do this. I can do this. Write it on a little sticky note and put it on the mirror in your bathroom. Tell your friends that you know are going to hold you accountable, that you need the motivation, and maybe they'll send you a text. And you know what? Be that motivation for someone else. If you know somebody else has goals that they're trying to reach out to them and let them know, like, you can do this. Send them words of encouragement, because you know what? It's going to come back and they're going to be a mirror to what you're reflecting of them, and they're going to try to push you to reach your goals too. So like I said earlier, you need to have have an accountability partner, but you should also be accountable for other people as well, because there's success out there for everybody. And we want everybody to reach their goals and do this thing together. All right, guys. So there you go. There's my 10 strategies for sticking to your goals. Give them a try. Let them know if anybody does them and if it makes a difference for your week. I want to hear it. Guys, also go follow my Instagram. It's at Brittany.Rene. It's got 3 Y's. I know, super obnoxious, but BRITTANYYY.RENE. And if you listen to this podcast and you like it, let me know. Slide into my DMs. Let me know what else you want to hear. Like I said, this is going to be fitness and marketing and everything in between. So there are no limits here, but I want to know what you want to hear. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a great week, and let's go hit some goals.
Because you don't know who you're going to meet.